Happy VA Wednesday. Today we're going to do another one of the most commonly asked VA questions. Can I get a VA mortgage with no down payment? Yes, that is Google searched a lot. Yeah, totally. That is the principle of a VA mortgage. So let's talk about the general principles of a VA mortgage and when you would need to put down a down payment. So overall, it's your first time using VA. You don't have any entitlement used up. Do you need a down payment? No. The whole purpose of a VA loan is to buy a house with zero down. Now, will you still have closing costs? Yes, you still have closing costs. We can try to negotiate with the seller to cover them, but the whole purpose of a VA loan is zero down payment, okay? I'm gonna do that like 30 times. This is not a conspiracy. So for anyone who thinks this means I'm like in the Illuminati or something else, no, it's just, I mean, that's weird, right? I don't know, we'll work on that. Suggestions, do hand signals. Okay, so 0% down, great. Now, sometimes people go, well, wait, my lender made me put down money. Guys, that's not VA's fault. No, like the only time I think that there's two reasons why a buyer may put down money, three reasons why they may put down money with a VA loan. One, they want to. Maybe they sold a house and they want their payment to be lower, so they're putting down money. You can do that, even though the principle of it is to put no money down. If you want to put down money, cool, no problem. Number two, you need to put down money because what you're trying to buy, you don't qualify for unless you put down money, okay? So VA itself is zero down, but if what you want, let's say that if I look at zero down, like if you have no skin in the game, that you qualify for $450,000 and you're like, Jen, I want a $470,000 house. And I'm like, I can't get it to work. You know, I run it through the system. I fully underwrite it. I try everything I can. I can't get you above 450. In that case, if you wanted to put down 20K to get to that 470, that's fine. So sometimes people are being told by lenders to bring in money, not because it's a VA requirement, but because it's the only way they can get you to qualify. So if a lender is telling you you need to put down money, you want to go, okay, out of curiosity, you know, why do I need to put down money, right? Have them explain it, because the one thing that drives me bananas, I'm cleaning up my language, bananas is when lenders tell people they have to put down money on $800, $900 million loans, $1.5 to $2 million, because they don't know their guidelines. So in 2020, the guidelines switched where VA as a whole has no loan limits for first time use, or if your eligibility is not tied up, whereas before that there were loan limits. So like, you know, 2018, if you were trying to buy a $700,000 house, you were gonna have to put down some money. That changed in 2020. So you want to ask the lender, hey, why do I need to put down money? And if they say, well, it's a VA jumbo, no, they're wrong. You're going to call me immediately and you're going to be like, Jennifer, what do I do? And I'll be like, let me price you out. I will beat them in rate and fee and everything else, right? There's a ton of lenders, guys. So many lenders. There's more lenders in America that do not know that VA got rid of that loan limit in 2020 than do. Seriously, I would argue, you know, out of every 1,000 lenders, probably one knows that that loan limit went away. So if you're like, God, I talked to 3 lenders, Jen says there's not one, but these other 2 do, not surprising. People do not realize this happened. It happened in the middle of 2020. People were distracted, right? COVID, it was scary. We were bleaching our food before we ate it. I don't know how that was safer, but you get it, okay? And then so the first reason, you want to put down money. The second reason is you don't qualify without putting down money because what you're trying to buy is more expensive than what you qualify for with zero down. And number 3 is going to be the lender doesn't know their guidelines and they're telling you to put down money when you don't need to. Now there is a number 4. I know, I thought of another one. Okay, so it's a little complicated. If you guys currently have a VA loan, you can still get another VA loan. You can have multiple VA loans as long as you still have eligibility left. So sometimes what we'll see is like, let's say you bought a $400,000 house and you want to buy a $500,000 house, and we do the calculation, and it depends on the county, guys. It depends on how much entitlement you used. It's a real calculation that we need to do. We may go, okay, like you can do 500, but you're going to have to put down 20K. And that's because you don't have enough eligibility left. So the only time you would not have enough eligibility left would be if you already have one property that you are keeping very important, that you are keeping that has some eligibility used. If we do that calculation, a lot of times people have enough eligibility for multiple houses with zero down VA, but other times, you know, they do need to put some money down, and that's part of doing that calculation up front. If you have other VA loans, you want to make sure you're working with a lender that recognizes that calculation exists. You know, there's far too many lenders that tell people you can only have one VA loan at a time. Wrong. It depends. It totally depends. Like, look, if you have $1 million house in California, like, are you going to have eligibility left? No. But, you know, if you have a $300,000 house in Texas, are you going to have eligibility left? Yeah. You are. So there's a lot to it, but the key is, look, VA is a zero down product. It is built to run for zero down. It's built for our active military members to get into houses every time they get moved to a new location. It's built for our veterans to be able to settle down in the country that they protected. You know, it is a magical loan, but there are a couple reasons you may need to bring in cash. The key is just you want to know why. If the lender's telling you need to bring in money, you want to know why. And if you guys ever want a second opinion, I'm right here. There's going to be a link to my calendar, my cell phone, not smoke signals, I'm in California, pigeons. You know, I am here to help you guys as much as I can, and shop the rates, guys. You got to shop VA rates. The stuff we see is crazy. Licensed in 48 states.